Oh wow, look, I'm here for the third time with my best friend Plant. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Camellia, and today I've got a super exciting video for you. I'm so excited to film it, honestly. So, if you've been following my Goodreads or my blog, you would know that I was in quite a contemporary bind a few months ago, meaning that I was only reading contemporary books and not really reading fantasy books. So because of that, I thought I was in the best position to tell you guys my top 5 favorite contemporary books. And these are not limited to the books that I've read this year. In fact, I think 2 of the books I read last year in December or something. But yeah, they are still my favorite contemporary reads so far. Also, I would like to point out that when it comes to contemporary, I'm a big fan of mashigashi romance and sweet things. So don't expect these books to be that deep. Okay, well, some of them are. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just get to the video. Also, I would just like to point out that because these are my favorite contemporary reads, I had no choice but to buy them all in paperback. Yes, I know. I bought them. And they're so pretty. Okay, so I will start with the book that I read the longest ago. Does that even make sense? So my first book is On the Island by Tracy Gravis Graves. And this book is one of my favorite books because, first of all, if you know me, I love books about people that get stranded on islands, or if you saw my last video, people that get stranded on Mars. This book is basically about a boy named TJ and his English teacher Anna. Just bear in mind, Anna's just a few years older than him. Anna's basically like a home teacher kind of person, and TJ is a 17-year-old boy with cancer. And so because of that, TJ's parents are taking TJ to this holiday sort of place, and they're bringing Anna along with them so that she can tutor him while they're gone, because they'll be gone for quite a long time. So TJ's parents actually went ahead of him, and Anna and TJ are going together. So they meet on docks for the first time, and they get on their plane and they fly. And along the way, their pilot has a heart attack and crashes into the sea, and the pilot dies. But TJ and Anna survive, and they drag themselves up onto this island that they find randomly, just swimming. They find an island, as you do, and so they crawl up onto the island, and then it's their fight for survival, basically. So, of course, both of them have no experience living out in the wild, and of course TJ has cancer. So it's basically about them learning to survive, and of course there is romance in this book. TJ and Anna do fall in love. I know it's weird because she's a teacher and he's the student, and she is like a few years older than him, but you have to remember the circumstances, I think, because they have been on this island for like the longest time, and actually I think, if I'm not wrong, they were there for a few years. And eventually, well, I don't want to spoil the book for you, but it's really sad. It's really good, and if you like books about islands and cute romances, this book is for you. And the next book that I'm going to show you is probably no surprise to anyone, but it is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. This book, you know, it's weird. I picked this book up firstly because it was Sophie Kinsella, and I love Sophie Kinsella. I read the whole Shopaholic series, and I absolutely loved it. I love Sophie Kinsella. I think her writing is just fantastic. And also because it was a girl, I found out it was about a girl with social anxiety, and you guys know I struggle with anxiety. So when I read the premise of this book, I was like, immediately, I need to read this book. And when I did, I was shocked at how much it related to me, I mean, obviously I don't live out at home with sunglasses and can't interact with anyone, and the sight of another person doesn't send me into a panic attack. Thankfully, I know there are people out there who actually are very much like Audrey in the book, but I'm thankful that my anxiety isn't that bad. But this book really resonated so deeply with me, and it was just really so sad. And yeah, so basically it's about this girl named Audrey, and she has anxiety, and she meets this guy who thankfully doesn't solve all her problems. I hate it when books are like, oh, you have a mental illness and this boy is gonna come here and he's gonna solve all your issues. The boy, Linus, he didn't come in and sweep her off her feet and solve all the problems, but he kind of like coaxed her out of her shell and helped her, get to terms with things, and it was just really nice, and it wasn't mushy-gushy romance, but it just related so strongly with me that I couldn't not include it in this list. The third book that I read is one of my favorites of 2015, and it is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I love this book. There is no way for me to tell you how much I love this book. So this book is about this girl named Violet and this boy named Finch. Theodore Finch. Sorry. And basically they're both kind of suicidal. They both have their own issues, and because of that, they're both suicidal, and they find each other actually on top of a bell tower. Violet's about to jump, Theodore's kind of about to jump, and they basically save each other from jumping. They convince each other not to jump, and they slowly begin to form a friendship that slowly becomes more than a friendship. You know the drill. And so they begin to learn from each other about their problems and about why they want to die, and it's just really, really sweet, and they fall in love. And at the end of the book, it was just so sad. I remember I was reading this on the bus actually, and I was trying my hardest not to cry, and in my head I was just like, no. This steady mantra was just going on. I was like, no, please. And it's so sad. And it's told in like alternative points of view. So you have Finch and you have Violet, and also it's this. I just think the book is really pretty, by the way. Just like look at the chapters. Like they've got like really cool chapter things, and the cover is so gorgeous. Tell me that cover is not gorgeous. And this book broke my heart. Honestly, it just broke me. Honestly, like I recently I was on the bus to school recently, and I saw this woman with this book, and I didn't know her, but I felt this immense need to go up to her and tell her, prepare yourself, because your heart is gonna get torn to shreds by this damn book. And also, Jennifer Niven is one of those authors that just really deserves all the success that she's getting. She and I actually talked a lot before the book came out, and even after the book came out, I interviewed her for my blog. I will link that post in the description so you can check it out if you want. But Jennifer is super, super nice, and she's just one of those people that just totally deserves the success that she gets. The fourth book is something that I'm sure none of you are surprised by. Again, actually all my reads are kind of predictable, except maybe On the Island. It is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Honestly, this book I might as well be Kath. You know that? I might as well be Kath. This book is basically about a girl named Kath and her sister Ren, and they're both going to college, and they're also both Simon Snow fans. But Kath is more of a Simon Snow fan than her sister is. I mean, they used to be really close, like, fans, but Ren kind of grew out of it. But Kath just kind of let go, so she's a big Simon Snow fan. And she is the author of one of the most famous Simon Snow fan fictions out there on the net. So it's called Carry On Simon, and she gets a lot of views and readers, and she's basically writing her fan fiction. And when she goes to college, she's worried that she won't be able to keep doing that, and she worries, and she can't make friends, and she likes to spend too much time alone. basically my life. So basically this book is about Kath and how she grows to love herself and how she grows to accept the fact that fanfiction is a part of her life, and how it doesn't matter that she's not as sociable as her sister Ren, but that, you know, it's okay, you know. It's just a beautiful book. I absolutely loved it. It spoke so much to me because, especially because, like, if you read my I actually wrote a blog review on this. If you read it, you would know. I used to write fan fiction a few years ago. My last fan fiction was like, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It was a Titanic Twilight crossover thing. Okay, I'm playing it off. I'm actually really proud of that one. It took a whole year to write, guys. I'm proud of it. Sue me. I will leave links to all that in the down bar. Of course, you can check it out. I would love it if you checked it out. And anyway, so this book just totally felt like it was me. And in this book, of course, Kath meets a boy called Levi, and they fall in love, and it's super sweet, and he totally gets a fan fiction, and he gets her to read to him, and it's just super sweet. And Levi is basically the boy that every book lover just wants. Like, I need a real life Levi. And the final book, but certainly not the least, because I love this book just as much as the next person does, and it is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. And this book, I loved it particularly because Eleanor was just this imperfect character. She had frizzy hair, she wasn't the skinniest person in the world, and she was struggling with body image issues, she was struggling with home issues. And Park was this boy who was also, you know, he was Asian, only Asian kid, and he was like sticking out like a sore thumb, basically, both of them. And they both like to read, they both like to listen to music, and the way they fall in love is just so cute. It's kind of like star-crossed lovers thing because parents don't know that she has a boyfriend, and Park's parents know that he has a boyfriend, that he has a girlfriend, but Eleanor doesn't, and his stepfather is really nasty. He is the kind of person that kicked her out of the house, actually, at one point. Oh, this book. So much love for Eleanor and Park. And at the end, I remember I was reading this in bed, and right before I went to sleep, and I remember I just lay there, and I couldn't pick up another book. Like, I just lay there, and I had to go to sleep because I was just crying, and it was sad, and this book broke me. Yeah. Like all the bright places, it broke me. So that is all the books I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my top 5 contemporary reads. I will probably, I mean, these are all on my favorites shelf, definitely, but there are still a lot more books on my favorite shelf that I like in different genres. So if you would like to see that, do let me know. And yeah, don't forget to leave in the comments any of your favorite contemporary novels. I would love to hear it. I'm constantly looking for new books, of course, to read and to find out more about. I will leave all the links to everything I mentioned in the description bar below, so you can just check them out. And all the links to my social media, as usual, will be in the down bar, so you can show me some love there. Otherwise, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more of me. And I will catch you really soon with another video. Goodbye.